20 upcoming hack-and-slash games for 2020 and beyond. If there's one genre with no shortage of interesting titles in the works, it's the hack-and-slash genre. Whether it's an action RPG looter or the next big titles from PlatinumGames and FromSoftware, there's something for everyone. Let's take a look at 20 of the most promising hack-and-slash games that are coming in 2020 and beyond. Elden Ring. The dream collaboration of Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin feels so close, and yet so far. Set in an open world with combat on horseback and ruins to explore, Elden Ring is touted as a natural evolution of the Dark Souls series. If you've missed that kind of dark fantasy world, then this is good news indeed. Elden Ring is currently in development for PC, Xbox One, and PS4 with a rumored release of June 2020. Babylon's Fall. PlatinumGames has been fairly mum on the premise of Babylon's Fall, which is coming to PS4 and PC. What are these strange fantasy settings? Who are these characters? And what's with the magical swords? Is there indeed some relation to the Drakengard series? We don't know, but the developer has promised more information in summer 2020. No More Heroes 3. Santa Destroy has had its share of superhuman conflicts, but No More Heroes 3 is going extraterrestrial. As Travis Touchdown returns to his home turf, it's beset by the return of the alien FU, a dastardly prince with 8 powerful allies intent on taking over the world. It's up to Travis to save the day and hopefully make some pop culture references along the way. No More Heroes is out in 2020 for Nintendo Switch. Hades. As Prince Zagreus, players are looking to escape the underworld and the clutches of Hades to explore the world above. To do this, you'll navigate through lava lakes, poisonous labyrinths. Olympus will help out, providing different boons, and there's a solid range of weapons to choose from. Hades is out for PC in Q3, Q4 2020, but it's already an excellent roguelike. GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. Set in Cygame's high fantasy universe, GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK features many familiar characters from the mobile game, like Gran, Lancelot, Catalina, and more in a new setting. The combat and environmental design are already looking pretty solid, and the ability to play either solo, with AI teammates, or with up to 4 players in co-op is great. We still need to see more though, especially if it's due out in the coming year for PS4. Bayonetta 3. We've said it many times, but it's incredible just how little has been revealed about Bayonetta 3. Though PlatinumGames is assured that development is going smoothly. That doesn't dull our enthusiasm though. Given the previous games and the sheer insanity they offered in terms of weapons, combos, and bosses, Bayonetta 3 has some heavy heels to fill. Diablo 4. Several years have passed since Diablo 3 and the world is worse for wear, in-game for those wondering. Lilith is back and a new dawn of suffering seems to be near. Players will venture the world with different classes like the Witch, Druid, and Barbarian, among others to be revealed, smashing and looting demons to pieces while probably facing down Lilith at some point. With world bosses, shared world gameplay, revamps to the loot system, and much more, Diablo 4 is looking to be a massive title, and slated for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Path of Exile 2. One could nitpick about Path of Exile 2 being a sequel given that it's a massive free update coming to the base game. However, with 7 brand new acts, a story taking place 2 decades after the fall of Katava, 19 new ascendancies, and a new skill gem system for 6-linking every skill, it's definitely the next big step. Path of Exile 2 will go into beta testing in late 2020 on PC with a release happening further down the line. Aether. Norse-themed action RPG Aether has been in the works for a while, but its combination of hack-and-slash gameplay and aesthetics still looks good. As a shield maiden on a journey to cleanse the world tree Yggdrasil, players will venture to a variety of realms. The favor system offers a choice between leveling or opting for temporary boons that can turn the tide. Despite lacking any kind of release window, Aether is still worth watching out for. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Sought after for years and years, the vaunted remake to the RPG that influenced a generation is finally here. Or at least the first episode is. Final Fantasy VII Remake will follow the journey of Cloud, Tifa, Barret, and Avalanche up to the escape from Midgar. The upgraded visuals are gorgeous and combat has seen a significant overhaul with real-time hack-and-slash gameplay. Summons, materia, and limit breaks are still available, and you can still use a turn-based system to plan out actions. Final Fantasy VII Remake releases on April 10th for PS4. Nioh 2. Releasing on March 13th for PS4, Nioh 2 follows the yokai slaying, loot grinding, and fantasized warfare of the first game with many more features. As a prequel, players can fully customize their own character and make use of new yokai forms and powers, weapon types, and loot perks to battle legions of deadly new foes. Co-op has also seen significant revamps with more enemies and instanced loot. Even with the familiar locales, Nioh 2 is shaping up to be a worthy follow-up. Godfall. Duelist is soon to be dead, but Counterplay Games' Godfall isn't looking too bad. Early leaked footage of the PC version showcased some promising dungeon crawling and visuals. While there are plenty of questions to be had about the loot systems, co-op mechanics, and story, especially given the cheesy dialogue from the reveal trailer, the potential is there. Godfall is out on PS5 and PC this year. Persona 5 Scramble. What happens when you cross the interactions and events of Persona with the Musou genre? You get Persona 5 Scramble, The Phantom Strikers, a 3D beat-em-up that also serves as a sequel. The Phantom Thieves land up in a mysterious part of the metaverse, battling a strange foe and teaming up with new characters to find out what's going on. The title is out in February for Japan on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, but it's only a matter of time before a Western port is announced. BIOMUTANT. Experimenter 101's odd post-apocalyptic action RPG is in the works for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. As an anthropomorphic animal in a world ruled by mutants, players can equip various biomechanical parts, listen to an annoying narrator who can be toned down, so don't worry, explore the world with jet skis and mechs, and much more. There are also 6 tribes who you can ally or fight against using the Karma system, all to save the Tree of Life. It's a weird title, but the action looks solid. CONAN Chop Chop. What began as an April Fool's joke has evolved into a full-fledged roguelite hack-and-slash game. Play as Conan the Barbarian alone or team up with up to 3 other players in online or couch co-op to slay hordes of beasts and monsters. Along with randomly generated maps, developer Mighty Kingdom promises a whopping 14 trillion different combinations of weapons, armor, and charms. Conan Chop Chop releases on February 25th for Xbox One, PS4, PC, and Nintendo Switch. Warlander. Clock Drive Games' Warlander is an ambitious game seeking to consolidate the roguelite runs of Slay the Spire with the combat of Dark Souls. Some interesting twists include skills unlocked by sacrificing slain foes, interactive environments that can be used to one's advantage, and the ability to cleave right through enemies. Warlander is planned for an early 2020 release on Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Lost Soul Aside. Initially showcased as a one-person project, Lost Soul Aside has since had the backing of developer AltaZero Games. Its fast-paced action, inspired by the likes of Final Fantasy XV, still looks good, but when can players expect to get their hands on it? While creator Yang Bing hopes for a 2020 launch, it's not confirmed for this year. All the same, PS4 owners should keep this on their radar for the foreseeable future. Project Awakening: Arise. For all the graphical wonders that Project Awakening Arise has inspired, there haven't been too many details. Nonetheless, the gameplay, which appears to be a combination of Dark Souls and Monster Hunter, offers an interesting take on traditional medieval fantasy. The title is currently in development for PS4 with more information expected this year. Tales of Arise. Bandai Namco's latest Tales game is going much bigger than previous iterations, utilizing Unreal Engine 4 for increased graphical fidelity. Combat is also undergoing some changes, though the linear motion battle system should still be intact. The only thing we really know about the game is its story that focuses on the worlds Dana and Rena, which protagonist Alphen and Xion hail from respectively. Tales of Arise is out in 2020 for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Torchlight 3. Last but not least is the news that Torchlight 3, formerly Torchlight Frontiers, will be coming to PC this summer. Consoles will release afterwards. Set hundreds of years after the second game, this new adventure sees players traveling the frontier and battling the forces of the Netherrealm. Several new classes are being introduced, and players can design their own fort to chill in as well. Instead of a free-to-play model, Torchlight 3 will be a full-priced game with no in-game store. So if you're seeking a full-fledged sequel to the beloved action RPG series, that too can be played offline. This should be it.
And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from Gaming Bolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.